Good evening. It's about 6 o'clock here in Arizona, and I'm about to do a reading for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And so I got a couple new decks in the mail. I got the Gilded Revere Lenormand deck and the Golden Universal Tarot. So those are two new ones I'm going to use tonight, and we'll clarify using a couple other decks also. So, like I said, this is going to be a reading for the month of February, and it's for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. It's for all your water signs. I blocked them off like that. Next month, I'm going to try to do each individual sign if I have time. You might hear the dog in the background, or my daughters hear the music, so we don't hear all that. All right. So for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, month of February here, let's see what we get. I'm trying to get the perfect setup, but haven't found it quite yet. This one will do for tonight. So water signs. We're in Mercury retrograde, if I could say that right. So I feel like people coming back from the past. I've had to block people. You know, you give them chances to do what they should do, and you find out they have sneaky behavior, and sometimes they just don't get it. So sometimes it's best just to block without an explanation, right? I feel like these people should know, right? Alright, so we're going to start with their Universal Tarot. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. My daughter is a Cancer, my oldest. And so she's had some heartbreak recently, right? So I wonder if, you guys have. And the first card we get is the Ace of Wands, right? And that could talk about the male part, right? So I feel like you guys are going to have, month of February, you're going to have sorry about that. My Wi-Fi wasn't connecting correctly. So I'm using my cellular data. So the opening energy is the Ace of Wands, right? And I feel like we're talking about, let's just put that aside, right? New beginnings. Possibly new romantic relationships or sexual encounters of the like. No, I'm not live. I'm doing a video for water signs. And this is my baby. Say hi, baby.
No.
She doesn't want to say hi. And I don't want to move the phone because, are you taking the dog out? Good. Bye. All right. So for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, let's see what we get. The Golden Universal. Ooh, look at you guys. These fell together. We've got some burdens, right? And with that, we get the One of Pentacles. Or the Ace of Pentacles, sorry. There's one on this card. You guys definitely have a new beginning. A one here and a one here. And that's a union, right? So we're talking about passion, and we're talking about money. So I feel like... but there's a burden with this ace here, right? Let's get some more cards before we say what is actually going on here, okay? Ooh, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. You could have an earth sign in your life, right? Or just be embodying that energy, like that singleness, right? get another one here. And this is a feeling of, we have the Eight of Swords, right? And this is thinking you're trapped, but really you're not, right? And this is a Five of Pentacles, which talks about being left out on the cold. So I feel like definitely you water signs have had some heartbreak this month, right? Let's get some clarifiers. You also have the Tower at the top of the deck, so that isn't always a bad thing. The Tower brings in healing, right? And it's I feel like it's definitely a relationship, because in this Tower card you can see that there's two people. There's a man and a woman, and it's a destruction of a relationship, right? Under that is the Four of Wands, though. Like, I feel like you thought this could have been your happily ever after, but it turns out that the Tower, it came crumbling down, right? That's what I'm feeling for you guys. I'm feeling like the universe had to take it away from you because it wasn't the right thing for you, if that makes sense. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. In the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups, okay? King of Cups is all about emotion, right? That tells me someone new is coming in. And the King of Wands. And Justice right underneath that. So I'm gonna go with, this guy could be a Leo coming in, right? Or a water sign, or that could embody you. But you get the Justice card with it, which just talks about wrongs being right, right? Okay. But I feel like this new relationship is going to have both passion and emotion. If that makes sense, right? It's not going to be like the other one. Let's get some clarifiers here. Let's use. We're going to use the. Wait for your clarifiers. And I know I bounced around a little bit. I just wanted to tell you what I was feeling and seeing right off the bat. I almost feel like this old relationship was all about sex. That's what I'm getting with this Ace of Wands, right? Because that could be the phallic symbol, right? But let's see. Right away I see a 10 here, and that talks about a completion of a cycle. Hang on. Tell me why the Ace of Pentacles is here with the 10 of Wands. What is that about? Why is the Ace of Pentacles with the 10 of Wands? For Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I feel like you've been carrying heavy burdens, right? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so the Ten of Cups came out to clarify that. Right, let me think about this for a second. This has been hard. This has been a hard road for you, right? You see you're carrying all these burdens, right? You're trying to get to that castle on the hill, right? See it? You're trying to get to that castle on the hill, and you're carrying these heavy burdens. I feel like you're carrying the weight all on your own, right? There's been no one there to help you. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. So I feel like there's a new beginning coming for you. That's going to give you that. That's going to give you that happy family stability. I want to go ahead and read. Get out of here for a second. Hang on. This is weird. Hang on a second. It's like in that's the major arcana. Cup suit. Oh, okay, that's how it goes. This is ecstasy and success, right? Tiredness, toil, fatigue, duplicity. Okay, so, alright, so here's what I'm getting for you. So, the Ten of Wands, that talks about completing the cycle, right? And like I said, you're carrying all these burdens all by yourself up to the house on the hill. And to me, this symbolizes you probably are the only one paying your bills, or you're taking care of everybody and everything, is what that symbolizes to me. And that talks about being tired too, being weary, like working a lot. The Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups, this talks about a new beginning, things are going to flow more easily, and the happy family home, right? So we're putting down those, I feel like we're going to put down those burdens. We're going to make it to the castle on the hill, and things are going to get easier for us. We have money coming in. This could be an inheritance of some kind, and this leads you to Ten of Cups, like a little bit of an easier life. Does that make sense? All right, let's see why the Queen of Pentacles is here. This talks about you, the Queen, just sitting up on your throne, right? Not needing anybody, being able to take care of everything by yourself. All right, so why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Okay, so you have the Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. So I feel like she's here because that's just it. You decided to walk away from this, right? Be on your own, okay? And just worry about yourself because of dissatisfaction, right? Not being happy about the way things were, okay? And the Two of Wands represents you taking a new path, right? You laying down those burdens and taking a new path, right? Because you felt like you were left out in the cold, and you felt trapped, right? But you actually, if you could see in this card, she has a blindfold on, and there is nothing really holding her there, right? And there's an 8 on this card, and that talks about abundance. Like, you can't see the way out, but I feel like this is telling us to trust in the universe, right? Because we're not really as trapped as we think we are. This talks about being left out in the cold. Let's get a clarifier for that one. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? This also talks about walking away, changes. Like you don't, I feel like you didn't get what you deserve, right? Like you're worth so much more than that. That's what I feel like for you guys. All right, let's see here. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? That's too many. For Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we get the Death card, and that talks about endings. A new cycle, right? Why is the Death card here? And the Four of Pentacles, that talks about saving. So that talks about, I feel like this is saying just keeping to yourself, because this relationship came in and you thought it was more than it was, and it turned out to be only of a sexual nature, right? That's what I'm feeling like with the Eight of Wands. It was passionate, but it died quick, right? And now the Four of Pentacles is kind of like the hoarding card, but that's just taking care of yourself, you know, not wanting to share yourself with anyone else because you got hurt by that situation is what I feel like. Let's get some Lenormand on this one. I like these cards. You know, and I'm hearing things are going to get better. Things are looking up, okay? This is a new cycle. Choose a new path. This is a lesson you had to learn, right? You had to learn self-care and self-love and how to take care of yourself, how to put yourself first, because Spirit says you were putting that person first. You weren't putting yourself first. And it's time to take care of you. So let's get an outcome with the Lenormand deck and see where we go from there. Alright, Spirit. For Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, give me an outcome. What can they expect for their future? And here we have the Lady, right? That could resemble you. This is 29, and this card 9 plus 2 is 11, right? That talks about Spirit being with you. Why is the Lady here? Why is the Lady here? There's a rose in here. I feel like someone's going to bring you flowers. And I know it was just Valentine's Day, but... And we also... And we get... There's a 22 on this card. That talks about unions. Plus 2 is 2 and 2 is equals to 4, right? Reduces down to 4, and that talks about there being foundations. And there's 2 stairways, which tells me again, this lady is picking a new path, okay? And what happens if you choose this new path? Let's see. Ooh, we get the gentleman, right? This is a gentleman number 1. There's a completion of a cycle, so I feel like someone new is coming in, so let's see. So I noticed that there's a door open in here, so I feel like you're afraid to knock on the door because you're afraid of what's behind the door. You're afraid that it's going to be the wrong thing. Where one door brings good things, and the other door maybe not such good things. So I feel like we need to step out of our comfort zone and just open those doors. I mean, if it's shit, then I guess we can close that door, right? We can walk away. That snake wants to fall. I feel like this is still talking about that guy. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna read what it says. Watch out for. Never trust or believe me. I am cheating, deceiving, and will betray you in a heartbeat. Okay, so I like this is still talking about that other guy. I'm sorry, you guys. But you have the snake, and this is saying be cautious, right? Be afraid. This person may betray you, okay? I feel like this is talking about this. You chose a new path because of this betrayal. And the future looks like good. You have the ring and flowers, right? It's starting to get dark, too. I can't really... Hang on 1 second, you guys. Alright, so we have the ring, which reduces to 7, and 7 is about good luck, right? Let's see, what is this little ring? Alright, so it says, a precious item is what I am. I am to bind marriage and commitment. I bring harmony and union as long as negative cards are not there. I am the contract and the promise in partnerships and ventures. I am the symbol for completion in the form of external devotion. Finding this ring will bring a reward. Commitment. This is a guarantee of economic stability. A foundation of buildings to assure good fortune. Our ring is a symbol of commitment and can speak of a contract being drawn up. So there may be a contract coming. This might not just be about love. This could be about work, right? You could possibly be signing a contract, or this could just be because you just got an inheritance, right? Somebody could have left you some money, because with that you get the flowers, and there's a 9 in this card. And 9 talks about endings, right? So I feel like this could possibly be talking about something left, if someone left for you, if someone recently died. Let's see what the flowers say. Beauty and a happy face is what I bring. I am the gift that warms your heart. I am your recovery and your well-being. No matter what card is before me, I will always change the possibility. So this is something promising and good coming for your future, right? Nico, stop. This could be an invitation. Anything. So this is an omen of good things. So I'd like to see exactly. I'm gonna draw from Silver Witchcraft Tarot just to see why that's there, to see what is coming, because that's a good positive. That's some positive cards there. The ring and the flowers together talk about a gift of some kind, right? Commitment or a coming together of some sorts, right? Whether it be work or whatever. Do watch out for that guy in the past, though, because you got the snake with that. And that just talks about someone being sneaky and deceptive, right? So, Spirit. Why is the ring and the flowers here? Flowers. Too many. And you get the High Priest. The High Priest is about lessons learned, right? Of going through these trials and learning a lesson so we're wiser for the next time, right? Why is the High Priest here? I feel like this is the universe that showed you lessons that you needed to learn because you weren't seeing them. Like, this is a lesson you had to learn, that's what I feel like. And then we get the Three of Pentacles. And that, again, is teamwork, talking about working together, right? Because you've learned your lesson, the universe it brings you in some form of teamwork. I swear, this could be talking just about work. Like, I feel like some of you may get a promotion of some kind. And then you get the World with that, right? So that talks about travel. I feel like there's three people in this. Or at least two people in the Three of Pentacles. You could be going on a trip with somebody. I feel like, yeah, because the World is here, I almost feel like a mother-child, something to do with a mother and child going on a trip, right? The High Priest is lessons learned, and going away to recover from that, right? Having a good time. That's what I feel like. Let's get one more from here, and then pull something else. And the Six of Pentacles, just like I just said, child, right? Someone from your childhood, having fun, maybe even just like getting in touch with that inner child through this trip you're going to take is what I feel for you guys. So with that being said, like after all this harshness, something comes in here, some kind of gift. Shit, the ring and the flowers could even be taxes, right? Taking a trip somewhere, right? And then you get the Five of Wands, and again, that to me, and it's on the beach, right? And that to me talks about there being some kind of collaboration with other people. As you can see, they're all in a circle holding hands, like working together to get something done. And you have the Two of Cups, which talks about emotions and union, and under that we have the Ace of Swords. So that's communication of some kind of emotional kind, right? And that's going to be it. I'm going to do a love reading, a general love reading probably later. But that is the reading for February for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Time for reflecting and healing, and have fun on the trip. If you're going on that trip, have fun on that trip. And that will be the reading for today. And I hope you have a great night. Namaste. Take care.